Hey guys, hello. Congratulations to Ange for acing her sociology test. Guess all those quizzes that CJ gave you were useful to you. So that's pretty awesome. All right. I'm kind of expecting a quiet night. Tuesday nights when I stream are usually pretty quiet, which is okay. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, anyway. Hope you guys are having a good time. I really want to finish this. I'm going to finish this tonight. We're just going to keep going until this game is finished because tomorrow my best friend Holland will be over and we will be streaming The Phantom of Venice together because she's never played that one yet. So that's the plan. So let me just go ahead and get jumped in. I didn't even open up Crystal Skull, which was stupid of me. Are we up?
Here's my center of operations.
Don't use me as an excuse. Although,
if you want to know the particulars,
obviously, studying and streaming for you is working out, so maybe this will be a good thing. You watched the VOD? What's the VOD? And by the way, hey Manny, what's the VOD? Okay, I don't remember what I was doing. So let's check the checklist. I said I didn't play the Crystal Skull, but apparently I just forgot. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the replay. Got it. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll help you write your paper. We can do another college stream. I'm not going to change the name of my stream though. Sorry. Let me see if I can figure out if I can like flip this sucker. Nope. Well, I've got enough charge. I'll just pull it off. I didn't want it to die. Okay. I think I just have to go through more of Bruno's notebook. Sorry about the scrolling noise. Oh yeah, I have
did that.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Still have to do that.
How many eyes do I have? I'll check that in a second. Okay, be safe, Ange.
I haven't done that.
I may switch to Bess.
I haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to Bess.
Hello?
Hi, Bess, it's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about getting ready to...
Oh gosh, hang on. Wait, Ange, tell me when you're back because
interesting stuff.
I have something really cool to show you guys.
I need this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bellay's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well...
Great, I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Thanks, Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio!
Oh, I love that there. I never noticed this before. But there's like shadows that cross here that I guess they're supposed to be people walking on the sidewalk below me. That's awesome.
Why, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
Are you Dr. Gilbert Buford?
I'm delighted to report that I am indeed.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course not. A little lively discourse would brighten this gloomy evening considerably. This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo,
Andrew, you back from
pleasing
peeing yet?
view, particularly now, I might add.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet, if that's okay?
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so what is it you want to know?
Lachlan is sending me messages, but not watching my stream. Anyway, okay.
Is there any doubt in your mind as to how Dr. Bollet died?
He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis. Dying of a heart attack is all too common for people who are socially isolated, and Bruno Bollet had most certainly become that.
Angie's bathroom must be like really far away for it to take her 5 minutes to pee. Either that or she has drunk way too many liquids today.
He was hard to get along with?
Fact is, while socializing with my fellow man, particularly with pretty young women such as yourself, has always been a source of pleasure for me, Bruno was just the opposite. Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
Dr. Bollet's housekeeper says you just happened to walk in just as he was having his heart attack. Is that true?
Indeed it is. I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on, until finally I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think.
Oh, so glad
Then
you're
I-
back, because I have something to show you.
Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you what came in the mail today. I'm so excited. I'm going to show you my torso. Heck yeah, buddy! I got this nice little shirt today in the mail. Isn't it so cool? I'm so happy. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, that was probably really weird, but oh, you saw it on my Instagram? Well, dang it.
Why would he have a heart attack in the foyer?
That's always been a bit of a puzzlement to me, too.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Stop it, you.
Do you remember anything else?
Believe me, young lady, it's
Well, now
quite
I'm smiling
miraculous that
because
I
you
remember
told me I was
this
cute,
much.
so...
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's
Well, see,
hand
Manny
when
got
the
to see it for
paramedics
the first
arrived,
time. Isn't my shirt
perhaps
cool,
he
Manny?
released the letter
It's
when
awesome,
I moved
right?
him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door. Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
Are you saying an iguana made off with the letter Bruno had been reading?
It would not have been the first time a missing document
Iggy.
ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee
I'm
would
so
periodically call me
fancy.
saying the lizard had
You
absconded
already
with
know.
one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
I hear that you're a member of the Jolly Rogers crew. Is that true?
Perhaps I am. Perhaps I am not. I'm sure someone as charming and attractive as yourself has her share of secrets, too. Am I right?
Be that as it may, just what is a crew?
Crews are organizations whose primary purpose is to put on parades during Mardi Gras. They also put on fabulous parties. Very private parties. Members only. Some consider crews to be private clubs. Secret societies is a term others have used. However, back in the 1990s, the city decided not to issue the Jolly Rogers any more parade permits, unless they opened their crew to pretty much anyone who wanted to join. So, refusing to be blackmailed, they chose instead to simply not put on parades anymore. As far as the city is concerned, the Jolly Rogers no longer exist.
Ugh. Scoop my chair up.
Are you saying the Jolly Rogers do still exist?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
This conversation's gonna go forever.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bolet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Where's the rest of the fam?
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that
whoa.
I am certain.
Whoa.
However,
Easy.
I know for
Easy,
a fact
girl.
that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of hoodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor friend.
Power of hoodoo, hoodoo. Oh, you do what? You remind me of the man. You just keep going forever and ever.
You're not serious.
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily become fact. And who knows what rubbish Renee filled Bruno's mind with? Drink this, don't eat that. This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was
You don't know
absorbing?
that song?
He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he
I
showed
did get
it
a
to me
notification.
once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
What'd the skull look like?
It was quite beautiful, actually. Life-size, perfect in form and clarity, like a diamond almost. Tell me, Miss Beth,
Sorry.
what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is also a friend of Henry Bolet, you know, Dr. Bolet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
Thanks for your time.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Yeah, it's definitely a quiet night here on the Twitch. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's amazing to me that I can stream at 8:30 at night and like 3 or 4 people will be here, and yet CJ can stream at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's like 42. But I'm not bitter or anything.
Sneeze, lady. What's going on?
In all your journeys through the wonderful world of junk, have you ever come across one of those legendary crystal skulls?
What makes you ask that?
You have so many other oddities in here, I was just wondering.
No. I know the legend, of course, and I sure wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those babies. I mean, I could sell it for a fortune. But no such luck. Funny. I've been thinking about those skulls lately. A lot.
Really? Hey, maybe we got some kind of psychic thing going here. Quick, think of a number between 1 and 10 and I'll try to guess it. You thinking of a number? Okay, 4.
9.
Darn. Guess it was just a
You're so
coincidence.
dumb, Bess.
Guess so.
That gumbo stand outside? What do you think? Is it pretty authentic?
Outstanding! Just watch the hot sauce. Whatever's in it gives my stomach instant fits.
So, Lamont is such a sissy. Like, he sneezes, he has sinus problems, and he can't eat the hot sauce because it'll give him a tummy ache. Aw, poor baby.
Guess I'll check this place out some more.
Enjoy.
Oh, I forgot
I can
Bess
check
has her
that
own
off.
task list.
Did that. I can check that off. Done.
I gotta figure out how to get back to that thing. The picture.
Evening. What can I do for you?
Give me a bowl of crawfish.
Hot, but yummy.
Back to Nancy.
Hello?
Bess here. Oops.
Yeah, turn the
Looks
brightness
like
up on
Dr.
my phone
Buford
'cause it's
decided
hard to
he's had enough
see.
gumbo.
He's not at Granny Pumpkin's anymore?
Nope. But here's what else I've learned since I talked to you last.
And that's all she wrote.
Excellent. Thanks for the report.
Stay in touch. See ya.
See ya. You know what? I'm gonna call Ned since CJ isn't here. He won't give me a hard time.
Hello, Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you called. Did you make it to New Orleans okay?
Yep.
Have you seen Henry?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that.
Hang on, I'll read that
Is
in a
he
second.
okay?
He's fine. Well, he's the executor of his great-uncle Bruno's estate,
When Nancy
which he's
stops
not
talking.
real happy about. And he's having problems with his girlfriend, but he and his great-uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than being attacked on my way into Henry's house by a skeleton wearing a red ascot and getting knocked out by the smoke bomb he threw at me, I'm fine too.
What?
Let's just say that I've stumbled onto a mystery, and I'm not leaving till I solve it.
Why am I not surprised?
Hey.
Is Bess with you?
No, but she has been helping me.
So tell me about this skeleton man.
Well,
they're gonna
it was
talk
someone in a
forever.
costume,
Okay.
obviously. He or she was leaning over
I like
something in
Ned
the
too,
grate
Manny.
when I walked in
Okay.
and
I was
surprised
stressing
them.
about my
So they
sociology
threw a
test,
smoke
right?
bomb at you
I
and
spent hours
ran?
studying and I almost
Yeah,
had a panic
you must
attack
have
walking class. I was
interrupted
like, oh my god, I
whatever
should
they
study
were
more.
doing.
And then I
What
get
were
the
they
test and
leaning
it's
over?
51 questions and
A
I finished
scale
in 20
model of a
minutes and I was the first
cemetery
one to
next
finish.
door.
So when
Henry
I
says
left,
his
everyone was
great-uncle
looking at
Bruno
me like,
made it
how
so
is
he
she
could
already
keep track
done?
of who
It was
was
so
buried
easy thanks
there.
to CJ.
Apparently, Bruno used to
Hey!
oversee the
CJ!
cemetery. And right
Yeah, Ned is
near the
boyfriend
scale
goals.
model, I found a tracing of some kind
He's
of symbol.
so, like,
I'm thinking maybe Skeleton Man
chill
dropped it.
about
Why would
everything.
Skeleton Man be interested in the scale model of a cemetery?
Good question. Maybe I'll take a real good look around in there and see if I can find out.
Good idea.
Lachlan sending me messages. I'm sorry I'm not at your stream. It's okay. I know you had school. Lachlan is seriously like one of the sweetest people on Twitch. He's got such a good heart. Such a big heart for such a young boy. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got to be friends with Henry.
Well, we're not best friends or anything. Heck, we're not really even friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone between classes, and when I'd heard there'd been a death in the family, I just wanted to make sure he was okay all by himself down there.
Don't worry, he's fine. Although I think he misses his parents a lot. I saw him out in the cemetery by what I think is their crypt. He seemed pretty upset.
I'm not
He
surprised.
seemed pretty
I get
upset.
the feeling that what Henry
Nancy,
looks
he
like
was
on the
sobbing.
outside is just the
He
opposite
was
of what
sobbing.
he looks like on the inside.
He seemed
you're a pretty
upset,
nice
but
guy.
I couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
I know.
What? He was upset. Duh.
While I was picking mushrooms for Renee, I almost lost my hand to one of Bruno's pets.
You have a big dog or something?
A big alligator named Bernie.
How can you make a pet out of an alligator?
Apparently by exploiting their fondness for marshmallows.
Well, stay away from him. I like your hands just the way they are.
I can't quite figure out whether Renee neglected to tell me about
What,
him by
Rennie?
accident or on purpose.
Hey, if you're not sure, you'd better stay away from her, too.
I'm so happy that I'm all alone in this world now. That was what it was. Oh, your audio's messed up? What seems to be wrong? Or the video? What's wrong? What's happening? Sometimes Twitch, like, gets unsynced and there's no way to fix it. I've contacted Twitch to ask them. Sometimes my audio is like a second or two faster than the video is. But, I don't know. Hang on. Yeah, hang on one second. Let me see if it's doing it for me too. Sometimes Twitch, like... Yeah, that's what's happening. The Twitch sometimes unsyncs the audio, and there's no way to fix it, unless I were to stop the stream and start over, and I don't really want to do that.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper Renee is still here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
Why do you think she's staying on?
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
10% of Bruno's estate is supposed to go to her. Only Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly, and somehow Renee found out. I think she's staying on so she can try to bust him.
Why is Henry selling off assets? I thought he was pretty much the sole heir.
3 words. High-maintenance girlfriend.
So this Renee person isn't just being paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking
Almost choked.
concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay on her good side, just in case.
Oh, Lachlan's stressed.
Are you familiar with the legend of the so-called crystal skulls?
Is that where aliens supposedly scattered a bunch of perfectly formed crystal skulls all around the world like thousands of years ago? And all the skulls have different magical powers?
Something like that, yeah. Apparently Henry's uncle was the proud owner of the Whisperer, the skull that was supposed to make whoever owned it live forever.
Only now he's dead and another superstition bites the dust.
Maybe, maybe not. See, this book I found in Bruno's library said no one who has owned the Whisperer has ever died of natural
I'm gonna put my hair
causes.
down if that's
So
weird.
how did they die?
They were all murdered.
Come on, you don't believe that crystal skull stuff is true,
My
do
mother's
you?
texting me.
Absolutely not. But right now, what I think doesn't matter. The people who knew Bruno had the skull, if one of them believed in the Whisperer's power, they may have figured the only way they'd ever be rid of Bruno was to cause his death.
But didn't he die of a stroke or something?
Heart attack.
Well, there you go. Natural causes.
Heart attacks can be induced.
You've been watching too many of those forensic detective shows.
That may be, but what's really interesting is the skull is missing.
That is interesting.
And I'll bet you anything that's what my bony friend in the red ascot was looking for.
Does Henry know where the skull is?
He doesn't know anything about it. At least, that's what he says. But if that skull is still around here, I intend to find it.
I kind of figured that.
Bruno Bollet's doctor, Gilbert Buford, was apparently Bruno's best friend as well.
Think Bruno told him about the skull?
Yes, in fact, Dr. Buford told Bess that Bruno showed it to him once. But apparently he told Bruno the skull was bogus, and Bruno got a little ticked off. Never showed it to him again.
Well, when it comes to murdering someone and making it look like a heart attack, a doctor's got to be right up there when it comes to suspects.
Don't worry, I've been thinking the same thing.
So what else is going on?
Did I tell you that Henry confessed to selling off some of Bruno's things because he needed money to keep his girlfriend Summer happy?
You mentioned that he had a high-maintenance girlfriend.
Trying to keep up with all her crazy demands is making him nuts. You're so lucky.
Hey, don't I know it? Think he sold off the crystal skull?
I don't think so, no. He acts like he's never heard of the Crystal Skull.
And so the search goes on.
Professor Hotchkiss is a character that's introduced in the 4th Nancy Drew game, which is Treasure in a Royal Tower. She becomes a phone character in this game, and she's also a phone character in Tomb of the Lost Queen, which is game number 26, I believe. Yep, 26. I just opened my door to make sure. So she is a historian. Her specialty is Marie Antoinette, but she also studies a few other, other history things. So she helps you out with kind of the history of the Whisperer and its legend.
In order to find that crystal skull, it looks like I'm going to have to find all of Bruno's glass eyes.
Bruno wore a glass eye?
He wore a lot of glass eyes. Not all at once, of course, but from this box I found in his study, it looks like he had at least 25.
What makes you think finding them will lead you to the skull?
Something Bruno said to Professor Hotchkiss, whom I've met before, by the way, in Wisconsin. Did I ever tell you about her?
Why does that name bring Boots to mind? Boots and cheese.
Anyway, it turns out she's an expert on the crystal skulls. So Bruno called her once, and when she asked him if he knew where the skull called the Whisperer was, he said, "The eyes have it."
He meant eyes with an E instead of an A.
Right.
Did he lose all these eyes or hide them on purpose?
I'm pretty sure he hid them on purpose.
And I thought Henry was weird.
Yeah, Tomb of the Lost Queen, it's not one of my favorite games, but the reason that it's not one of my favorite games is the same reason that a lot of people really love that game. It's very puzzle heavy. Like, pretty much the entire thing is puzzles. It's not a lot of snooping. I really like Snoopy games, but it's a lot of, like, decoding and, finding items and using those items in other parts of the tomb and stuff like that. So, you think it's short? I actually think it's one of the longer games. Okay, I'm gonna actually get going now.
I better get going.
Call again, okay? Soon.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Ange changes colors like Taylor Swift changes boyfriends. I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Aw, well that's why you cheated. Okay, a great keeper of books, it's true am I. Many a reader through me can spy on wondrous worlds that will never die. You could say it's magic, the librarian's eye. But to get such an eye, you must first take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. The title's the thing, addition's the hook that will let you remove the orc from its nook. I'm grabbing my notebook. I'm not like in love with any of the color options. Well, if you pay Twitch to become a premium member, you can have a choice between like 100 colors. Something crazy like that. But I'm not paying Twitch to be a premium member. I feel like that's silly. Okay, so let me add together all of the... Oh, excuse me. All of the things about eyes. 511. I actually already know the combination, so I'm just not going to do it. Turn a blind eye.
Librarian's Tale. Something Bruno Bollet wrote in that Tired Eyes book mentioned the librarian's eye.
My eye and other tall tales. The camel and the needle's eye. Cat's eye. Eye candy. Eye candy. Thanos is some eye candy. I mean, what? What are you LOLing at? Thanos? Where am I supposed to be putting this? That will let you remove the orb from its hook.
Here we go. The librarian's tale.
Tired V is coming back. I am tired. I slept really badly last night. I don't know if I just like had messed myself completely up on CJ's stream and I was just absolutely insane. But last night was a rough night and then I had to get up and go to work today. So okay, so we got that eye. We've got 16, 9 more to go. Primary teeth history. Filled upper right second molar. Extracted upper, primary teeth, so baby teeth. Extracted upper right central incisor, then upper left central incisor. Filled lower left lateral incisor. Extracted lower right canine, extracted upper left first bicuspid, extracted lower left canine, extracted lower left third molar. Okay. Can you guys see and hear okay? I didn't ask earlier. Does everything seem alright? Okay, so baby teeth. Upper right second molar. Now, is it my right or is it the mouth's right? Help with teeth. I'm going back upstairs to look at teeth. I actually like going to the dentist and like getting a cleaning. I always think it feels so great when I'm all said and done. Some people are like terrified of the dentist, but I actually really like getting my teeth cleaned. Okay, so second molar is like the fifth from the middle. The central incisors are the front teeth, and then the lateral incisors are next to that. Okay, and then for the adult teeth, I need right canine, which is the third tooth, and then first bicuspid is the fourth tooth, canine again, third, and then third molar is 8. Okay, so back in January, I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled out. I had to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out. And I was terrified because I've never been under anesthesia or undergone any sort of surgery or anything like that. And so I was terrified, and this is so silly, but I was terrified that the anesthesia wouldn't put me all the way to sleep and that I would be able to like hear and feel everything even though my like eyes were closed and body was like out. But so, like, when he, like, hooked me up... Why did I go back up here? That was stupid. I'm distracting myself. So, when he, like, hooked me up to the IV, and he was like, "Okay, are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "But what happens if it doesn't put me to sleep?" He's like, "Oh, it would put an elephant to sleep." I'm like, "Yeah, but what if it doesn't put me all the way to sleep?" He was like, "Trust me." And then he, like, put the thing in, and I was like, "I'm telling you, man, I'm pretty nervous. I don't know if it's gonna, like, I think I'm too nervous. I'm not gonna fall asleep." And then the next thing I knew, I was asleep. So, when I woke up, the little... Oh, no. That sounds like a story, Manny, that you should tell us. But, when the little nurse woke me up, and she was like, Victoria, I was like, "When are you guys gonna start?" And then she was like, you're already done. We already pulled them out. And I was like, "Oh." And then I was like, "I have to throw up." She gave me like one of those little pans, and I was just like, bleh. And then I was like, "Okay, I'm ready. Here we go." back to this anyway. Sorry, that was a really weird story. I'm gonna guess, if I was looking into somebody's mouth, that I would be going to their right, so that it would be my left. So 5, 1, 1, 2. Yes, it worked. Okay. So right is left. I had 4 teeth removed for braces. Oh, I had braces for 3 years. It was awful. With the same fear they gave me laughing gas and NIV. The laughing gas was the best experience ever. They gave me laughing gas too, but I didn't really feel any different during it. Okay, lower right canine. 1, 2, 3. Upper left first bicuspid. Lower left canine. Lower left third molar. Hey! I hope Manny's typing us his story, because it sounds like a good story to tell. It felt like my butt was falling into a black hole, and the radio was doing Throwback Thursday, so there was 70s music, and it was all distorted from the laughing gas. It was great. That sounds like a straight-up trip you took. Man. Okay, steps in the right direction. In a place where bones are buried, so is something too that you seek. Start where Charlie Wicker sleeps. Tread lightly on the ground that sinks and seeps. Charlie will give you directions, but count on my shovel to find the way. When you find the place, a monumental task awaits. Okay. So, Charlie Wicker, I can't remember where he is buried. So we're just going to wander around until we find it. I tried a new method of cleaning teeth. They put the cleaning stuff in molds that covers your teeth. It makes you... Oh, like the stuff they do when you're, like, getting braces, and so they have to take a mold of your mouth, and they put, like, that cement stuff, and it just, like, seeps everywhere, and you feel like you're suffocating on it. Is it that kind of stuff? It's kind of how I feel, like, when I eat... all the way to Burger King. Oh. When I eat bananas, I don't like... It's a good thing that Oxel isn't here, because she would be so disappointed in me because she loves bananas so much. But I can't eat straight bananas. I love the flavor of bananas, but something about the consistency of a banana, when I take a bite, I feel like it gets bigger in my mouth and I can't breathe. And so I like panic because I'm like, I'm dying. Oh, Manny. I'm so sorry. Is Manny actually your name? Is that what you'd like me to call you? I never really asked you that before, but if you'd like me to call you something differently, I would be happy to do that. Okay, Charlie Wicker. So there's the... I actually have this written down. West, north, east, south, such. Bananas make your lips itch. Do you have a allergy? Like an actual allergy? My dog is barking downstairs, and I don't know if you can hear her. Okay, west, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. North. Manny is not your real name. Well, if you'd like me to call you Manny, that's fine. If you'd rather me call you something different, you can let me know that too, but 1, 2, east, 1, south, 1, 2, 3. West, 1, 2. Aw, no hummus and no sesame. That's sad. North, 1, 2. West, 1, 2, 3. South, 1, 2, 3. East, 1, north, 1, 2, east, 1, north, 1, 2, 3, east, 1, 2, 3, 4, south, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, west, 2. Dig, sucker. What? Oh, I have to actually get my... I'm holding... I just snorted and I like sucked in all this water. I usually go by my last name in real life. Like I said, totally up to you. You tell me what you want me to call you, and I will call you that. Alright. All of that for one eyeball.
All done.
The fact that Bruno Volé would go through all of this, though.
Can't check that off yet.
That he would remember
Still
where
have to
each
do
one
that.
was.
Can't check that off yet.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done that. Check. Can't check that off yet. Check. Check. Still have to do that. Check.
Next. I usually get called Timo. Did I say that right? Timo? I don't think it's Timo or Timo. So I'm gonna say Timo. Avian statues hide secrets bound. Mechanical feathers from meadow were pound. Wires and springs and levers were wound. As levers were pulled, solutions compound. A feather stands up, another falls down. You won't need to peek if you listen to sound. Inside this drawing, the solution is found. Master of buzzards drops key to the ground. You die! I said it right! Timo, do you want me to call you that? Totally up to you. I mean, we call Alyssa Oxel, so... Like, we'll call you whatever you want us to call you. Okay. So, let me look at the picture again. Most people go Timo. Then they're stupid. Okay, I'll call you Timo. Okay. So, the middle two are like all the way up. I can't tell if those are all the way in or just slightly out, and then these are just slightly out. Okay, let's just pull things and see what happens. Let's pull this one. Okay, so that one moved the fourth one. So let me do that one again. Okay, so now I think that should be fully extended. Yep. Okay, let me do that one again. Okay, so now the two in the middle? Yes! I'm just guessing at this. Oh, that one moved when I didn't want it to move. This one. Let's do that one. How do I put the other one back down? Yes! I bet that's a lot harder on Master, honestly. I bet that's so much harder on Master. Or Senior Detective. Okay. I was trying to make the feathers on the thing match the diagram in the book. And if you listen, when it goes do 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 And if the sound ever goes up, you know that's the one that's moving up at that point. Let me get 4 eyes from this sucker. And Herpal Pippo just went live. Pippo! She always streams when other people stream. It's like she waits until one of us starts streaming and then she starts streaming. So don't leave me!
Still have to do that.
I'm gonna stream until this game is done. And that'll
All
be
done.
That's my plan, Manny. I'm gonna stream until till this game is done.
I haven't done that.
Closer to the end than I am to the beginning, so maybe another hour.
I haven't done that.
Maybe even less, I'm not sure. Okay, let me do the next one in the book. I love how Nancy just stands in the rain like it's totally normal. Oh, this is the end puzzle. Okay, so I've done all the ones in the book so far. So now I'm going to attempt to lure Iggy. Well, actually, let's talk to the characters first. Stream longer so I don't have to write my paper. Well,
Hello
like I
again.
said, when this game is over, I'm doing them in chronological order, like a marathon. Hang on, I just thought of something, but let me finish my thought. So, I'm streaming all of the Nancy Drew games in chronological order, including the dossiers. So that means that dossier 1 will come between games 19 and 20. Dossier 2 will come between games 20 and 21. So, I'm going through the entire series chronologically, so after this game is done, I will start the Phantom of Venice, but like I said, my friend's coming over tomorrow, so she's going to play it with me because she's never played it, so we're going to stream it together. Now, here's my idea. I had this idea the other day. So, I was thinking to myself, like, you know, we have this Nancy Drew fam now, and I think it's great, and, you know, I love all you guys a lot. And I seriously do consider you guys friends, even though it's only in an online platform. I still, you know, I get to know you guys. I get to care about you guys. So I thought it would be cool to maybe try to, like, learn everybody's birthdays and, like, make a note of them in my calendar and to do on people's birthdays hang on, I'll answer your question in a second. But to do on people's birthdays, like, birthday streams for them. So if it's your birthday and you are able to make a stream and I'm able to stream on your birthday or very close to your birthday, I would just stream your favorite Nancy Drew game or whichever Nancy Drew game you were wanting to see the most. And we would just do a stream, you know, a happy birthday stream. And we would have a party and invite everybody and make sure, you know, you're coming to the birthday stream and yada, yada, yada. So that's an idea that I had. But then again, I would never want anybody to feel like they had to spend their birthday at home watching me stream. So even if it was very close to your birthday, if that was something that you wanted me to do, I would be happy to do that for you guys. Now to answer your question, the Nancy Drew dossiers, I don't know if you're familiar with those. They were the spin-off games that Her Interactive did. They put out a third was planned and then canceled. We never saw it after the premiere. But they were released chronologically. So the first dossier was released right after The Haunting of Castle Malloy, and the second dossier was released right after Ransom of the Seven Ships. So that's how I'm going to play it. So I'll play Castle Malloy, Lights, Camera, Curses, Ransom of the Seven Ships, and then Resorting to Danger, and then we'll go back into Warnings at Waverly Academy. So that's kind of my plan. Through the end of the series, of course. So, all of that to say, if you guys want and feel comfortable telling me your birthday, I will make a note of it, and I will put it in my calendar, and as it gets closer to your birthday, if you're still, you know, part of the Twitch community at that point, you know, I'll send you a message or whatever, and you can tell me what you want me to stream, and I just think that would be a fun time, you know, to have little stream parties close to people's birthdays. So, if you guys ever want to tell me your birthday and say I'm interested in you throwing me a birthday stream party, then let me know. Yours is January 21st. Yours is actually pretty close to mine. Let me make a note of that right now. What should I write that down on? Let me get a piece of paper here. Winter birthdays for the win. Winter babies. Okay. Anges. 121. You'll be 19. Woo woo! 2 more years till 21. It's not amazing. I'll be 24 in February. So. Okay. Back to the stream.
I'd better get going. Come see me anytime.
Let's talk to Crybaby over here. I mean, what?
Yes?
Did you know that Bruno was a member of a group called the Jolly Rogers?
No. Should I care?
It was actually a crew that disbanded in the early 90s.
Don't know anything about it, sorry.
I'm going to keep looking around.
Sounds good.
I think Oxel is the oldest of our group. Oxel will be 24 next month in October. So she's like the matron. Okay. I spun the absolute long way around because why not? Okay.
Iggy! Come here, Iggy. Got something for ya.
So I actually think that reptiles are kind of cute with the exception of snakes, which I don't hate, and I will touch a snake, but it's not, I don't particularly want one as a pet or want to like come across one while I'm in the outdoors. But I really do like, you know, lizards and things like that. I think they're pretty cool. I haven't found this yet. I just realized that. Okay, let's dress Iggy up like the mailman. Go, Iggy. Oh my gosh, Garrett! I streamed at the worst time. You were right in the middle of watching the Jacob Sartorius top 1003 Vines and Musical.ly's wrecked. Hey Garrett, how you doing? Did you hear me a few minutes ago talking about my idea for birthdays? If not, I'll give you a summary. Dr. Bollet, I've completed my review of the data gleaned from the tests I ran last Tuesday on the crystalline replica of the human skull which you and Mrs. Amon brought in. What follows is the simple answer regarding its authenticity which the two of you requested. My analysis showed that the skull, while made of remarkably pure crystal, was carved using modern instruments. In layman's terms, the skull is a fake. Again, thank you for allowing Milo, research, and technology to serve you. Sincerely, Chaz Milo. No, you did not. Do you want... Okay, so basically my idea, Garrett, was that I had thought, because, you know, I love all you guys in the Nancy Drew fam so much, that when your birthday gets close, if you want to let me know your birthday, I'm going to log them all in a calendar, and as they get closer to your birthday, if you like, either on your birthday or close to your birthday, you can let me know what game you would like me to stream, and I will do, like, a birthday party stream. You know, make sure we tell everybody in the fam about it. Like, this night is going to be Garrett's birthday stream or whatever. And, you know, you would be like the guest of honor, and I would stream whatever game whichever Nancy Drew game you wanted me to stream. And it would just be a fun time. Even if we didn't finish the game, we would just hang out for a few hours and, you know, celebrate you or whatever. So I would like to do that. It's kind of an idea I had if you guys like the idea. To do just for people in the Nancy Drew fam. So, but anyway, that's just an idea I had. And, you know, if you don't want to participate, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. If you think it's a stupid idea, you can tell me how that's not going to hurt my feelings either. So, no stress. I need to go get another loquat. Loquats, though, cause me stress. So, that's the most stressful part of this game. Sleep. sleep, sleep. Okay. Too bad this year's birthday for me will be taken up. What do you mean? I don't understand that sentence that you said. I recognize all of the words as English, but that was about as far as I got.
Come and get it, Iggy.
Yes. I gotta go get another loquat. So many loquats. I hate that you can't get multiple loquats at a time. Like, I feel like if I wanted to just, like, go hoard up on loquats, they should let me. But Nancy says, I'll come back if I need another. Like, obviously you'll need another. I like how Garrett said something really strange and then I asked him for clarification and he never said anything. I feel like I'm missing something in this game. Oh, I have school for the first half of the day, then I'll be hanging out with the kiddos at church for the night. The women... Oh, well, it doesn't have to be on your birthday if you don't want. It could just be, like, your birthday weekend or another day in the week that's close to your birthday. If that works easier for you and you still want to participate, that's totally fine. Because, I mean, it may have to do with my schedule, too. Like, it could be that you're completely free on your birthday, but I may be having to do something. So it would just be something that we could try to work out very close to your birthday. It wouldn't have to be your birthday directly if that wouldn't work out best for you. Birthday's on a Saturday night. I have no idea what my next birthday is on. It's like a Tuesday or something boring like that. Did he for real just leave? Stupid thing.
Check.
Okay, what do I have to do? I should probably call that guy.
Check. Still have to do that. All done. I haven't done that. All done.
Maybe if I call Bess again, it'll let me do it.
Check. Check. Still have to do that.
So what? I have to, like, read it again?
Yeah?
Is this Milo Research and Technology?
This is Chaz, Milo. Service forwarded your call to my cell. What do you want?
Are you all right?
I'm at the gym. On the treadmill. It's called multitasking.
Well, about the letter you sent to Dr. Boulay, you know, where you told him the skull was a fake, I was just wondering...
I never told him that.
Never told him what?
I told him that skull was authentic.
No, you said in the letter the skull was carved using modern instruments.
I said all the tests I ran proved the skull had been hand-carved and hand-polished. Probably took decades to make.
But the letter Dr. Boulay got said just the opposite.
Then the letter he got must not have been the letter that I wrote.
Are you saying the crystal skull is real?
Hey, I'm not saying it's magic or anything. I'm just saying it wasn't made using 19th century, 20th century, or 21st century technology. Hey, look, I'm gonna hang up now. If I try to talk anymore, I'm gonna pass out.
Just one more question. Did you send that letter saying the skull was authentic to anyone else?
No, just Dr. Bollet. I heard he died recently. Good thing I billed him up front.
Yeah, well, thanks for your help.
No problem.
So all that to say, Garrett, if you would like me to know your birthday, I will happily log it and try to work something out for you, a birthday stream. But that's totally up to you, you know. Like I said, you don't have to feel like I have to do this, you know.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. How you doing?
Great. I just took a nice, luxurious bubble bath and I'm ready to boogie. When are you coming back
Okay,
here?
be safe,
That's still
Ange.
kind of hard to say, but listen. Remember that old photo of a boy and his dog you said you saw in that box of stuff Henry sold to Lamont?
Yeah?
Did it look like it was maybe taken in the 1920s?
That's exactly what it looked like. Why?
Because I need to find out the name of Bruno Bollet's dog. And if that boy was Bruno, then that was probably his dog. Was there any writing on the picture?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it said Bruno.
That's all it said? Just Bruno?
No, it said Bruno but whatever came after and was hidden by the frame.
I really need to know the name of that dog.
Oh, no. No, you don't. No more snooping.
Bess, just get into that box again and see if the dog's name is on that picture. That's all I want you to do.
How? I can't just go waltzing into Lamont's back room.
And he's for sure as heck not gonna fall for that sneeze contraption again.
There must be some other way you can distract him. Please, Bess? I can't tell you how important this is. You gotta do this for me. Please?
Okay. We're not gonna have any fun here until you solve this mystery, and since you can't do that until I do this... Okay, I'll sneak into the back room and take another look at that photo. I mean, I will if I don't screw up.
Think positive, Bess. You're gonna do fine.
You bet I am. In fact, I'm not going to call you again until I have seen that picture. I'm going in.
You go, girl.
Yeah, Garrett, I had just said that if you would like me to know your birthday, I would happily put it on my calendar and try to work something out as it gets close, so up to you.
Hey,
You know, I still feel guilty about that sneezing thing, so how about I go and get you a nice big bowl of gumbo?
just so happens I'm starving, so hey, you got a deal.
Great. I'll be right back.
Alright, we gotta go put some hot sauce on that. So Lamont will get the poops. Because he's got a
What can
girly
I do
stomach.
for you?
Can I get a gumbo to go, please?
Enjoy.
Can't believe I only started watching Hugh in May. What? Yeah.
That my gumbo?
There you go.
I only
Enjoy.
started streaming in April. Was the first time I streamed.
Uh-oh. Oh,
First
you're
time I
gonna
was
have
on
to
Twitch,
excuse
honestly.
me.
My first time on Twitch was only in April. Hey, gave Lamont the poops.
Uh-oh. I better get out of here.
Grant. What made me start streaming?
Grant?
There's gonna be
The
more
dog's
talking.
name
I don't
is
like to
Grant?
talk over the characters.
That's what it said on the photo.
Kind of a weird name for a dog, huh?
Yeah, well, Bruno Bollet was kind of a weird guy. Hey, thanks a lot, Bess. You've been a huge help.
I'll tell you, being sneaky takes a lot out of me. I'm exhausted.
I still don't know when I'll get back there, so just kind of hang loose, okay?
Story of my life. Call me if you need me.
I will. Bye.
What made me start streaming was when Her Interactive did their very first Twitch party. They played Secret of Shadow Range, and that's my absolute favorite game. Hence the shirt. But I was like, what is this Twitch thing? And like I made an account so that I could chat during that, and it after I think that was back in like March or something. Maybe February even. And then I was like, you know what, that's really cool. I wonder what it's like. So I kind of researched like how much work it is, because I was like, I bet it's a ton of work, and like you know, blah, blah, blah. I need a ton of expensive equipment. So, like, I just kind of, like, looked into it, and it was basically, like, if you have a laptop that has a built-in mic, you know, that's pretty much all you need to have a very, very basic stream. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to start with a very, very basic stream. So, one afternoon, I had absolutely nothing to do. I was bored, so I downloaded OBS and kind of figured out the basics of how to use it. I popped in Secrets Can Kill Remastered just because I was like, what's a better place to start than with game number 1, technically. And so I put it in, and I just started playing, and people started showing up to my stream, and they started chatting, and I started talking back, and halfway through I just thought to myself, this is so fun. Like, it's so fun to be able to talk about a game series that, honestly, the only people personally, like, in my real life, day-to-day life, that know about Nancy Drew, they only know about it because of me, mostly. So to meet a community of people who loved these games as much as I did, and had loved these games for as long as I had, was really cool. And it almost just kind of, like, lit a fire in me. And, it really did. It, like, lit a fire underneath me, and I was like, I love this, and I want to keep doing this, so I kept playing them. And I started meeting other people, and then I started watching other streamers, because I was like, well, if I want people to watch my Nancy Drew streams, I want to support other Nancy Drew streamers. So I was like, started watching like Sensitive Stoic and Lego Freak, you know, and so B and Hugh were kind of two ones. I saw one of Ben's streams, BC Photon, you know, he used to stream a lot. You know, you just kind of meet people and you, like, get to know each other, and it's fun, and then all of a sudden you're, like, all following each other, and you have this little community. It's like this little family of people who love this game series as much as you do, and so it's really one of the most fun things that I do day-to-day life, and I look forward to it when I'm not here. You know, I miss being on Twitch when I'm not on Twitch anymore, which is strange, but really cool. So, and, you know, what's really cool is during Her Interactive's last Twitch party, they reached out and asked me if I would mod their chat, which was really cool. So now I'm one of their mods, which just made me feel incredibly special. But anyway, that's my really long story about why I started streaming. Oh, thank you, Garrett. And yes, and I recommend it to anybody. Like, you just start out very simple. You know, I didn't introduce a face cam until game number 6, so I had done 5 games with no face cam, just the game and my voice, and, you know, it worked out. And then I tried a face cam, and I was like, okay, this is pretty easy, so I threw that up in the corner. And then this is the first game I started doing a chat, and, you know, I think game 11 or 12 is where I kind of started doing, like, the intro screens and stuff like that, and the backgrounds and stuff. But, you know, you just kind of learn as you go. Don't try to overwhelm yourself too quickly, but it's really fun. Okay, back to this. Oh, so much scrolling. Sorry, Ange, about the scrolling. I know you hate the scrolling. Oh, hi, Ange's mom.
Did that.
Okay. Use the name of Bruno's dog to finish up. Oh, I forgot about that. Hi, Ange's mom. I hope you're having a good day. What am I doing with this? I'm so confused. Use the name of Bruno's dog to hopefully finish up the goofball tombstone scavenger hunt. That piece of paper from the dummy's head got me going on. So is there somebody named Grant in the book that I'm supposed to be looking for? Okay, Grant. Grant. I always think of Aang from Avatar, The Last Airbender. That was a great show. I liked The Legend of Korra a lot too. But I think the classic, you know, Avatar The Last Airbender was just great. It's a great, great show. Derek Grant, Writhing Roots from Memorial. Where's that again? Oh, right here. So, up and then left at the tree. Getting toward the end of the game, guys. Ah, there's the hat. Alright, one more low quad on the way in. Oh gosh, Garrett. She's... Hey, Aaron, does Mom pop a squat? Come watch. My mom streams with me, so, you know. She streamed with me, I should say. Is that 25 eyes? 24 eyes. So I hope that means he's going to bring me the last one, because I don't know where the last one is if not. Do you have your homework done? Are you wasting time? No, we're studying! Okay, tell me what your paper's about, and I'll try to help you out. Come on, Ange. Then you can watch the stream without feeling guilty.
Iggy, how about a nice, juicy loquat?
Arg me matey. Oh, this thing. The name that opens every Jolly Roger meeting opens me. Well, I don't know the answer to that. Anybody know any Papa John's codes?
Did that.
Try 25 off. Like 25 OFF.
Check. Still have to do that.
Yeah, as you can tell, grammar is #1. Sody pop. Sometimes, Garrett, I understand what's coming out of your mouth, and then sometimes I'm just like, eh.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. Listen, you busy?
Why?
I need you to do something for me.
What?
I need you to infiltrate the meeting of the Jolly Rogers crew that's about to be held at Rampart and Dumaine, which has got to be
You're
right
welcome.
near Zeke's. You're going to have to look around for it. Now, to get into the meeting, you'll need to put on that skeleton man costume you saw in the back room. And once you're in the meeting, you'll need to listen for the name that opens the meeting so you can tell me what it is, okay?
No.
Beth,
Hey.
I know you don't like to do stuff like this, but this is really,
I know them
really
Papa
important.
John's.
And it'll be the last thing I ask you to do. I promise.
Oh, all right. I don't suppose it would do any good to point out that the curio shop is closed.
You'll find a way in. Oh, and if anyone at the meeting asks, the password is Scuttled Bones.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
That's the spirit.
So is my audio still off from my mouth? Or did it correct itself? This music is so jolly for the fact that I am about to, like, infiltrate a meeting. Oh well. I don't know how to fix it. We're almost done anyway.
What's the password?
Password? Right. Let's see. Scuttled Bones.
Better hurry, we're just about to start.
Jean Lafitte! Jean Lafitte! Jean Lafitte! Jean Lafitte! Welcome, my fellow Jolly Rogers.
I know that voice.
We have several pressing matters to discuss this evening, so let us begin. As you may or may not have heard, certain city officials are attempting to deny us the right not only to gather in public places during the Mardi Gras season, but they have also seen fit to...
Shoot,
Best
I
you're
forgot
such
to
an
turn off my
idiot.
cell phone.
It seems we have an uninvited guest. Get him!
So who growled at me is my question.
You're making a big mistake.
Bleh.
Look, I'm not here to make trouble. You're making a big deal out of nothing. Can't we just talk about this? Where are you taking me? If you just let me explain.
Hey, Steves.
Why, it seems our trespasser is of the female variety. Let's have a look.
That's right. You know me and I know you, Dr. Buford. And I also know that you were the one who attacked my friend
Garrett,
over at the
that's
Belay
amazing.
Mansion today. And if you don't tell me why right now, I promise you, you are going to be in one big world of hurt.
The young lady's clearly upset about something. Clarence, take over the meeting while I try to find out why she's making all these crazy accusations.
They're not crazy and you know it.
I will tell you everything, Miss Marvin, in private.
And he did. He told me everything, Nancy. I bluffed him into confessing. You would have been so proud of me. Oh, and before I forget, the name they chanted at the start of the meeting was Jean Lafitte.
Jean Lafitte. Great. Now, what did Dr. Buford tell you?
Okay. First off, he said that with his dying breath, Bruno Bollet directed him to steal the painting of Henry's parents and lock it up in Henry's parents' crypt. Bruno seemed to think that way Henry would wind up with the crystal skull instead of somebody else.
So Dr. Buford dressed up in his skeleton man costume, stole the canvas, and hid it in the crypt like Bruno asked.
That must have been when Renee saw Mr. Death.
But then, Dr. Buford had second thoughts and decided to heck with Henry. He wanted that crystal skull for himself. So this afternoon, he dressed up in his skeleton man costume again and snuck into Henry's house so he could get the key from that mini cemetery and retrieve the painting he'd left in that crypt, knowing the painting would somehow lead him to the skull.
Only I walked in on him and ruined everything.
Right. And now that we're onto him, he says he no longer wants the skull. He's embarrassed that he allowed his superstitious side to get the best of him and says whoever finds the skull is welcome to it. At least that's what Dr. Buford said. Uh-oh.
Says that
what?
Axel and RJ are
I told him you were
watching,
looking
but they're
for the
not
skull.
chatting
That's
with
all
me.
Actually, I told him you were on the verge of finding it.
Why would
I
you tell
miss
him
you
that?
guys.
I don't know, I got carried away. So if he lied to me and he really does still want the skull, then he might come after you. He left right after we talked, and I don't think he went back into that meeting. What if he's on his way over there?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Why don't you just... Whoa, that bolt of lightning was huge. Anyway, why don't you just go relax and I'll be back at the hotel before you know it, okay? Bess? Hello? Bess, you there? Nope, she sure isn't.
Alright. Since I'm wearing my brand new Shadow Ranch shirt, feeling good, let's finish this sucker up. Jean Lafitte. Yeah, I know. It's like of all the things that they could have picked for Nancy to be looking at while you're on the phone, they picked the creepy mannequin doll that goes blah, 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 blah. Alright, sucker. Let's do this. Let me get the book. Oh, I'm going to. Let me make sure I have these written down. Okay, stealthily stalking them, famished and anxious. South. So there's south. To west, he was. Cantankerous. Out here, that's south. Can I get a 1, 2, 3 rest in peace in the chat, please? Okay, I already have all of these written down, and I'm not going to take the time to read through the whole thing because it's really confusing. So south, west, south, east, west, south, south, north, south, east, east, west, east, south, south. South, south, west, no, north, west, east, west, south, east, west. So we've got to put the this in the thing, and then the that on the thing, and then the I on the top. So, if Henry said to Nancy at the beginning of the game, we have plenty of guest rooms. You're welcome to stay in one tonight. I assume he meant that room, but then where the flip is he supposed to sleep? Because the only other room there is Renee's. So, I don't know if he was planning on, like, getting real cozy with either Renee or Nancy. Both would be weird, but... Or if he's planning to just, like, sleep on the couch, but... Follow me and turn my notifications on in case I decide to stream. I don't want to be all alone. Okay. I will do that as soon as we're done here. Did I just cuss? No, I don't cuss. What do you think I said? I said where the flip is he supposed to sleep. No. Yeah, sorry Ange Yeah, I'm pretty much the epitome of clean cut. Which is why I was acting so weirdly last night, and I do apologize. But for the most part, I am a very clean-cut sort of lady. Oh, crud! It's closing!
Nancy? That you in there? Goodness sakes, gal, what on earth have you gone and done?
The lid's closing and I don't know how to stop it.
Here, I'll pull
Why
you
is she,
up.
like,
Toss what you're holding up here, then give me your hands. Come on, you best hurry.
Here it comes.
Why would you do that, Nancy? Why? Why would you do that?
Renee, a little help, please?
My mother's thinking, she's like, are you okay?
Crystal skull. After all that scheming, how do I finally get it? Why, this nice little Yankee gal just hands it to me.
Renee, help me. Hurry, please.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye now.
If you're asking me what I was meaning,
help me.
Garrett, when I said I was acting weird, I was, I was very tired last night, and CJ was streaming at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was watching, and I shouldn't have been, but I was way tired, and I got like really weirdly flirty, and I really don't know what was wrong with me, honestly. So, Yeah. I like this puzzle a lot, actually. Crap, where's the other one? Is that this one? I think this puzzle is really clever. Yeah, I was just way too tired. I was not acting like myself. Wish I was there, to be honest. You would have had a field day in CJ's stream last night. Honestly, Garrett. Since you're one of the most clever people ever, it would have been hilarious to have you there. Why can't I? Oh. I have to look at the prints.
Renee, hold it right there. That skull isn't yours. To say nothing of the fact that you just tried to bury me alive.
The skull is mine.
This is a terrifying
it wants
angle.
To be mine. Yes, I did my share of scheming to get it. I got Dr. Bollet to go to the authenticators, then switched the letter they wrote saying it was real with one I wrote saying it was fake, in hopes that Dr. Bollet would just hand it over to me. Yes, my plan failed, and yet, here we are. I have the skull. Why? Because it knows that I will fulfill its destiny.
Bruno Bollet wanted Henry to have it. That's why he had Gilbert Buford steal that painting and hide it in Henry's parents' crypt. Because he hoped that way Henry would eventually find it.
Henry's a fool. If he ever got his hands on this, he would just turn around and
Her eyeballs
give it to
are like all
that
crooked.
girlfriend of his. Dr. Bollet, he just wanted it because he was terrified of dying. Gilbert Buford, too. And that Lamont fella, he just wants to sell it to the highest bidder. Me, my motives are pure. I am going to protect it so it can rendezvous with all those other skulls. I'm going to be right there when they start conversing, and all the mysteries of the universe are forever solved. Ah! No, 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 come back!
Hey!
Renee burst into tears and sobbed as Bernie swam away with a crystal skull. It made me feel sorry for her for about 2 seconds. After all, while she may not have meant to cause Bruno's death, she certainly meant to cause mine when she left me sealed up in that crypt. It felt good to turn her over to the police.
That's a terrifying picture.
Later that night, Dr. Buford came over and apologized for knocking me out with that smoke bomb and for allowing himself to think, even for a moment, that Bruno's crystal skull was anything more than a pretty piece of quartz. To make up for his shameful behavior, he insisted on taking Bess and me on a grand tour of New Orleans. Seeing the city through the eyes of someone who loves it as much as Dr. Buford was truly special. He invited Henry too, but Henry declined. He was still trying to process the fact that his great-uncle wanted him to have the skull. Henry always thought that to Bruno he was nothing more than an annoying family obligation, someone Bruno couldn't care less about. Yet Bruno's request of Dr. Buford, made with his dying breath, proved that he did care about Henry. Apparently, and unfortunately for Henry, Bruno was the type of man who just couldn't bring himself to say such things out loud. As for Lamont, when he heard what happened, he closed his shop, bought enough marshmallows to fill a swamp boat, and has been scouring the bayous ever since, kicking every log he comes to in hopes of finding Bernie and the crystal skull inside him. But Bernie has yet to turn up. Maybe the skull didn't agree with him. Maybe swallowing it caused him to stop associating the sound of a kicked log with yummy sweet things. In any case, the Whisperer has disappeared, lost to the world once again, which is totally fine by me.
Yeah, so I don't like Deadly Device very much either. It's pretty low on my list. I feel like it's very disjointed. I like the characters. Mason is great. He's a great character. And I like the ending. I think it had a really good ending that you didn't exactly expect. However, everything else in the game, I feel like it was just so... It was like every puzzle was hard. And it's very non-linear. It's almost like there's a lot of wandering around trying to figure out what to do next. Things like that. But I don't hate it. It's just not one of my favorites. And stuffs heating pads into pants to relieve stomach pains. Yeah, I know what you mean. All us ladies dealing with that. We are in mixed company, though. Okay, which of Zeke's hoodoo powders did Renee have in her room? I think she had hiccuping. Yes! So I got No Clue Left Behind, Wasp Whipper, Marble Marvel, Powder Puff, Egghead, and Trivia Chamber. Okay. All right, let's move on to the preview for tomorrow's game.
Talk about a detective's dream come true. The Italian police called me personally and requested that I travel to Italy and help them stake out a suspected thief in Venice. Unfortunately, what started out as a simple assignment in a city filled with canals, gondolas, and romance quickly morphed into a full-fledged undercover operation, and I soon found myself trapped in a maze of lies, disguises, and danger. Help me find my way out by joining me in my next adventure.
So excited.
Phantom of Venice.
Phantom of Venice is my 5th favorite game. Yeah. So the Phantom of Venice is my 5th favorite game. I'm really excited. I'm going to be playing it with my best friend. She's going to be over tomorrow. We're going to do an afternoon stream and eat pizza. Yeah, I'm going to be playing a ton of Scopa. It's going to be great. So, that being said, thank you guys very much. I'm going to back up out of here and switch into this. Okay. Thank you guys very much. It's been a great night hanging out. I know it was short and we didn't have a ton of the fam here, but I love you guys for coming. And forget about Thanos. Those cops. Well, you know, can't really just forget about Thanos. You know, he just holds a piece of my heart. But, yes, Holland will be with me tomorrow, Garrett. So she's coming over to hang out, and we're going to play it. So she hasn't played it. So it's going to be great. I hope you guys can come back and see tomorrow. I know some of you guys are probably going to have school, classes, things like that. If you can't make it to the live stream, it's obviously going to be on Twitch. And 3 days after each live stream, I upload to YouTube, so you can catch it there too. Link to that is in my info box. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. And I will see you again tomorrow. If I don't see you on my stream, I know I'll see you on somebody else's. So take care of yourselves. Love you all and have a good night.